The 1976 Fiat Spider. We're going to be doing some work to. Very nice car. Had some work done to it through the years. We're going to be doing a new carburetor, some exhaust work, a little bit of cooling system, fans, trying to free up the parking brakes and replacing the park brake cable. Some little things, we put some wipers on it. Little things here and there. Try to get it in a little bit better running shape. Our engine bay, we're going to be replacing the factory carburetor and this whole setup really. It's got this in a vacuum choke that was not working correctly. Also going to get some throttle cable replacement. The cable's pulled. The adjustments are kind of out on everything. We wanted to do a Weber replacement. They are nowhere to be found. This is Chinese replica from Amazon. Exact same as the Weber. Uses Weber parts, uses Weber gaskets and jets. So we're going to hopefully have good luck using this one. Didn't capture any of the removal data. It's just pretty straightforward. You got 4 bolts and you just remove all your hoses. We've got some hoses here, vacuums, and fuel supply and return. Return we shouldn't need. Our carb's going to be returnless. We're going to check our flow, make sure that's okay. We've got these 2 lines off the head. We've got a loop or plug that, I believe, and then we have the cable in the bracket, which we're going to be changing that out. I'm not sure what we're going to have just yet. To work that out. Also removing the manifold. I'm going to be replacing it with a header and taking off this busted smog pump. Some of these lines, trying to clean up the engine bay a little bit. Hopefully we can get it running really nice. Starting to work out the new carb placement and the linkage. We removed several items. We have a new filter here. There's a separate return and fill. Here's where our line is going here. Just working out all the fitment. We gotta remove the breather from the air cleaner assembly because the air cleaner assembly is not gonna have room. We're gonna have a separate breather hose that comes from there up to here. Waiting for the plugs to come in for the holes from the air injection, which we have the old air injection stuff over here. This piece here, air injection manifold, I guess you'd call it. Pump and everything. The old idle solenoid for fuel increase. The old carb. Figuring out the lines that come off of here. We have to loop those. Still a little bit of work left. Sorry, no time lapse. Just a lot of figuring stuff out here. We have now removed the exhaust pipe, and you can see the manifold up there. Hello, cobwebs. We've got all this. We've got park brake cables coming apart. We've got new park brake cables. Here is no paint on it yet, but here is the new manifold header that we're going to be installing. It's pretty nice. So removing some of the wiring to redo this back to factory over here. Got a ground. This is our power from our relay to our fan. We had a lot of resistance on this wire and it was melted here at the relay. We have at least a solution for now. We may end up getting a different block, but the real problem is over here at this junction connection. It melted both sides of this junction. So probably what we're gonna have to do is just cut and bypass it. Just cut the wire back on both sides and just have a spade connection that goes around the outside, because I don't think we're going to be able to repair that. I don't think you can even find, well, you might could find one somewhere, but 1976, so you know, happy hunting. So here we can see the professional paint work going on in our paint booth here. Getting these cleaned up, painted up, ready to install. Got a whole box of takeoffs here, manifold pipes, and our fan that we're replacing, which I believe is a culprit to our burned wires. Hopefully we'll get enough to get that back running soon. Showed you the bottom side. Here's top side manifold that we had to replace. You could use bolts, but I had to replace some of these studs that were too long for the manifold to fit in there. We're gonna have to get new ones in now. So these motor mounts have shifted, and so my header is contacting the mount. I have new mounts on the way. We'll get that fixed and the motor will sit where it's supposed to. Right now we're replacing the fan and replacing this cooling fan switch down here. Hopefully we can have a properly operating cooling system that will actually cool. It wasn't full all the way anyway, which was okay since I've already made a mess with those tubes at the back of the head, and I have to drain it anyway now to change that switch. Put fresh coolant in it. Hopefully be all good. Made a little progress. We have made our jumper for the fan. Still haven't finished the fan wiring. Have found a wire we're going to use for our electric choke. Verified that that works. In fact, it just shut it off. At least the power. I haven't run the engine yet with the new carb. Got our plugs for our air injection delete. Then did a little looming on the wires, kind of cleaned up the look a little bit. Got to finish getting our new sensor wired in for our new used fan assembly. Hopefully engine mounts will be here soon. We got to replace those so we can fit our header in. The mounts have collapsed and we are hitting the right side engine mount bracket. Alright, got it running with our custom linkage setup. Right now we have just throttle cable around this route now over to this bracket, which is an original 78-79 bracket. Have a wire for now. Had to get the correct ball ends and linkage for that so we can get it connected here, but it works like that. Got the EGR eliminated. Had to put a plug in the manifold. Took this pipe off that comes here. Still haven't done the fan wiring yet. Got the cooling system filled. Have to kind of really drain or lift the front so it can really drain down. So that system's so high, you got to kind of burp it out. That's good. Got our header on, connected underneath. If I can get a good shot of that to raise it back in the air, but we have pipe, header, pipe to exhaust, to lighten your eyes. Breather tube, got the run. Let's see, fire it up here real quick. No cooling system, can't let it, well, no fans, can't let it run too long, but idling away. Still have some old gas in it, not running the best, but all the gauges are not functioning. We actually have oil pressure, just it says we don't. Just like our temperature, it says we don't have any, but it is warming up. And that's it. Here's a better shot of the underside of the header to exhaust connection. And also our new park brake cables installed. And new mounts. Got the fan in, we're started on the wiring now. Idler just set up running, got the fans going, waiting to see if the fans will kick on and go. All done, so we need to get some real linkage for the car, but park brakes in and adjusted and we'll be good. And we have fan operation, so everything is appearing to work at this time, so that is awesome. Just one more video of the car running. So it's pretty smooth. Got a lot of things worked out on it. Still needs more love, but 76 Fiat. It's been sitting up for a few years, not too bad. Idle's good. Fans are working good. I'm very impressed overall with how it turned out. Yeah, especially with that carburetor off Amazon. Worked great right out of the box. Just a little bit of the idle adjustment and runs good, idles good.